And Danny Karen, consumer law and antitrust attorney and an adjunct professor at Ohio State's Moritz College of Law. President Trump has signaled he will give some kind of an extension or a reprieve to TikTok. Does he have that ability?
That's the ace he has up his sleeve. You see, the statute says there can be a reprieve or a stay enforcing the statute so long as specific work is done up to 90 days, as in signed documents and contracts. Now, so far as I understand, there aren't any of those. But if Trump coaxes this 90 days out long enough, and to adjudicate this issue, it takes longer than 90 days, he could well get his deal done within the 90 days, despite not having that which the statute requires. Very clever strategy.
But 4 years ago, didn't he sign an executive order banning TikTok?
He did. In 2020, he signed an executive order saying just that. No different than he's suggested he might sign an executive order now, allowing it to stick around. Thing is, executive orders aren't worth all that much. They're kind of like presidential decrees on nicer stationery. It's really the judiciary that decides what the law is going to be. It's not the executive branch. It's not the legislative branch. That's called the doctrine of judicial review, derived from the 1803 most famous constitutional law case of all, Marbury versus Madison. He cannot change things with an executive order, but with this 90-day gambit, maybe, just maybe, he can coax that long enough to do something.
One of the concerns, obviously, is that the Chinese Communist Party is vacuuming up all kinds of information about Americans who use the TikTok app. If, say, Kevin O'Leary were to put a buyers group together, does that problem go away?
It doesn't go away because the Chinese government has what the Chinese government has, or doesn't have. ByteDance has claimed it's not given anything to the government despite the law requiring it to do so. If Kevin O'Leary or anyone else, Elon Musk, Frank McCourt, who's Kevin O'Leary's partner in this deal, end up buying the platform, they won't buy the algorithm. Now, whether that has an effect on what information they get from users, I don't know, but they'll have to pretty much start from scratch. And it's the algorithm that makes it so valuable and makes it so much more effective and productive and fun for users than Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook.
Yeah, why don't one of those companies come up with a more clever, a more effective imitation of what TikTok does?
If we knew, we'd be the richest folks on the planet. Apparently, it's so proprietary that nobody's been able to crack the code yet. I can't fathom that Meta or X hasn't been able to or won't be able to, if that is some version of them ends up running the platform, or somebody new. Maybe there's a new innovator out there. There's some other Chinese companies that folks are downloading right now. Thing is, one of them at least is owned by the Chinese government too. So I'm not sure where that gets folks.
All right, Danny Karen, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.